Now we're going to go over some examples when the values in your vertex come out to be fractions. It's going to be a little harder to work with, so we'll go through some steps that'll make it easy. We'll start with the first one here. So here's, for the first quadratic, you start off by finding your axis first. So again, that will be x equals negative b over 2a, which will be negative. Plug your number into the parentheses. Your b value is 2. Your a value is negative 3. From there, that's going to give you negative 2 over negative 6, which is just positive 1/3. So my x value is 1/3. Take the 1/3, plug it back in. So that's negative 3 x squared plus 2 parentheses minus 9 equal to y. For this one, keep the y there. Don't let the y disappear, because when we plug the fraction in, we're going to use the y, which will make it easier for working with the fraction. So, take my 1/3, plug it in. 1/3. 1/3. From here, 1/3 to the second power is going to give you 1/9. And then this is still times negative 3. This is going to give you 2/3. Minus 9 equal to y. From there, I can do some reducing right here. This is going to cancel. This becomes 3. So I will now have negative 1/3 plus 2/3 minus 9 equal to y. Now, let's go ahead and get rid of the fraction. Since we have the same denominator here, we can just multiply the entire equation by 3. If I multiply the entire equation by 3, so times 3, times 3, times 3. Here, the 3's cancel out, leaving me negative 1. Here, the 3's cancel out, leaving me plus 2. And then multiply minus 27. And don't forget to multiply times 3 over here. Equals 3y. From here, combine these together. Negative 1 and negative 27, that's negative 28. Negative 28 plus 2 gives me negative 26. So I have negative 26 equal to 3y. Divide by 3. So y will equal negative 8 and 2/3. So my vertex then, for my first one, one-third and negative 8 and 2/3. Let's try the second one. Again, looking for my vertex, start with your axis of symmetry. So that's x equals negative b over 2a. That's negative, use parentheses, over 2 in parentheses. My b value is 5, my a value is 4. So that's 5 and 4. That gives me negative 5 over 8. So here is my x value. I now take my x value, substitute it in for the two x's. So that's going to give me 4 times x squared plus 5 times x minus 2 equal to y. If I plug in negative 5/8, from here, 5/8 to the second power. That's going to give me 25 over 64 times 4 plus 5 times 5, and it's a positive times a negative, so negative 25/8 minus 2 equals y. From here, these two numbers can reduce. So this one cancels, this will become a 16. So that's going to leave me with 25 over 16 minus 25 over 8 minus 2 equal to y. My common denominator right now is 16. So I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 16. So that's times 16 here, times 16, times 16, times 16. Here, the 16s cancel out, leaving me with 25. The 8 will cancel out, the 16 will become a 2. 2 times 25 is 50, so minus 50. This gives me minus 32, equal to 16y. After that, you can combine these first if you want, since they're both negative. This will give you a negative 82. Negative 82 plus 25. You'll subtract those. In my head really quick. 82 minus 25, 12 minus 7, 57. This is going to give you a negative 57. So you get negative 57 equal to 16y. Divide by 16. Y will equal, 16 goes into that 3 times, leaving you 9 left over. And it was a negative divided by a positive, so it's negative 3 and 9/16. So my vertex, negative 5/8 and negative 3 and 9/16. Let's try one more. Again, start with my axis of symmetry. X equals negative b over 2a, which will be negative parentheses over 2 in parentheses. My b value is negative 7. My a value right now is negative 1. So that's negative 7 over negative 1. This is going to give me positive 7 over negative 2, which is just negative 7/2. So I take my x value and I substitute it in to find my y value. So that's negative parentheses squared minus 7 parentheses plus 1 equal to y. From here, negative 7/2. And then negative 7/2. When I square this, it's going to give me a positive 49 over 4. This negative in the front, I have to bring down. Negative times negative will give me positive 7 times 7, 49 over 2. Plus 1 equals y. From here, my common denominator will be 4. So let's go ahead and multiply by 4 to get rid of the fractions. So times 4, times 4, times 4, and times 4. From here, the 4's will cancel, leaving me negative 49. The 2 cancels, making this a 2. 2 times 49 gives me plus 98. Plus 4 equal to 4y. After that, combine like terms. This will give me 102. 102 minus 49 will give me 53. So 53 equals 4y. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Y will equal, say 1, 12, 13, and 1/4. So my x value, my y value, so my vertex is negative 7/2 or negative 3.5. Just turn this back into a mixed number, negative 3.5, and then 13 1/4.